Giannis Antetokounmpo came out and said he is open to be traded. Not saying that he wants to be traded, but he's open to the idea of being traded. So, of course, Took got his signature tail spots. Of course, this might change based on the lottery, too. So, I don't know if you made some last-minute changes to where Giannis would probably go. But
Nope.
where are you thinking about Giannis for next season?
I already had, and I actually had the Spurs on here already. That was a given already. Just they had the pieces already before the lottery. Yeah. So them having the number 2 pick is easily a refresher for the map for the Bucks in itself. So this ain't no particular order, but again, the Spurs were on my list. I told y'all the Brooklyn Nets, I wasn't kidding around. They're young. They're a market, I think, ready to pop. And will Giannis be able to have any help in Brooklyn? No, but again, it's a starting point and it's a better lifestyle. I think Giannis is looking for a better lifestyle for his family outside of Milwaukee. He's a freaking superstar. I give him that. He's a star. So he wants to go somewhere and see and, be able to compete, but then build his brand. The other next 3 teams, a perfect team that'll help him do that, honestly, will be in Chicago. The Chicago Bulls with Giannis, they got the young pieces. They got picks as well. And they waiting for a star to come in and take them over the hump. And Giannis can do that. I got the Houston Rockets on this as well. The same thing that can be said for the Spurs can literally be said about the Rockets' young pieces. They got a couple picks, but again, they can do anything that the Spurs can do outside of getting on the number 2 pick. And the Warriors. Unfortunately, it does make sense, especially if Steph and Jimmy were to take, contract, negotiations, contract, what I'm trying to say, shorter contracts or less contracts. I'm sorry, excuse me. Less deals for their contract. Giannis got a deal coming up in like 2 years. So, of course, you'll be able to negotiate and have a big 3 and go to stay realistically. So I think those are the 5 spots for sure.
So you said Spurs, Nets, Bulls, Rockets, Warriors.
Spurs, Nets. Yep.
Okay.
And a lot of people are going to say Lakers, which I put an asterisk back because it is possible. I do want to say on this podcast, it is possible, but it would include trading LeBron James.
You got to.
And you would have to have a third team. But
I'm not giving you Giannis. I'm not getting Luka LeBron. I'm just not doing it. That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Now we don't have a draft pick like that either.
What's that?
Especially we don't have like a draft pick or anything. Any other compensation, like what are you going to give me?
I mean, they try for Austin Reeves, but that's it.
Nah, that ain't enough. Ain't no way.
Listen here. If it's Austin Reeves, right? If it's Austin Reeves, like 2 other players, who are those 2 other? Roy? Oh, yesterday. It's a yesterday deal because I had already traded.
Of those teams you listed, I feel like the Spurs get the bet. Like the Spurs should be like, oh, okay, bet Giannis, let's go. It should be no question because you don't know about Victor right now. With he had like the blood clots something in his. It was something he had that he had. But he had an injury. He's out for the season. I think it was blood clots related. Yeah, it was blood clots because they found out and they just shut him down after that. But regardless, like assuming that he's back healthy next season, pairing him with Giannis that's a no-brainer. If you rather have a young player or Giannis, give me Giannis all day long. Milwaukee needs to do a restart because next year it's going to be just Giannis by himself, no Dame for probably the entire year. The team itself is old. Brook Lopez is gone. Kuzma sucks. So at this point, just get picks and try to build up around whether it's Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper, whoever you decide to go from. And then you're going to have a lot of talent along with what you got when you trade Giannis. So you're going to get other players in addition to that. Jeremy Sohan, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, whoever they decide to give up in that Spurs trade. So you can work with it. And it's an Eastern Conference. You're going to make the playoffs one way or another. It's bad out there. It's terrible out there in the East. So you'll make the playoffs and be competitive, but at least you have the excitement of having that number 2 pick if you're Milwaukee. They've been saying that Giannis has been spending like off seasons in New York. So that Brooklyn thing might have some legs to it, I think.
Right.
Yeah, it might have some legs to it.
Before we get off real quick, I do want to say that if the Spurs do keep the number 2 pick, it would make them a good team.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are other players that you can get, like a Lord for marketing, that's out there that you can get, for and keep your number 2 pick, and you still can maximize on the future that you have with Victor. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should put all your eggs in one basket, even though they have the opportunity to. You're still pretty young. And again, you get an Ace Bailey, somebody that'll fit perfectly with this team. and you don't have to get rid of nothing. And your future is still brighter than a lot of these teams in the NBA period.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to David. Absolutely, David. Tap in with us, man. We love WWE. As soon as I'm done, I'm putting on Raw. We love it.
Raw. Yep. Putting on Raw, man. Bulls, they got the pieces. I mean, you got young players. If you say I want to keep Giddey and keep Buzelis, get rid of everybody else.
You get rid of Kobe?
Yeah. Got to. Gotta give somebody.
Lucha, man. You gotta love Lucha, man, but Brook Lopez too old. You can trade.
Yeah.
It's a lot you can do.
Yeah. And then Rockets also got pieces. I mean, Rockets, I'm them as well. I'm like, look, who you want? Who do you want? I'm giving you anybody but Amen and Al P. Sure. Who you want? Jalen Green, here you go.
Table.
Yep.
Reed Shepard didn't play.
Reed can go. He ain't played at all last year. He played G League most of the year. This is former number 3 pick. He's a good player, but he can be y'all's guy, next year. And then the Warriors, I mean, that's just I don't even want to imagine Giannis and Steph on the same team. I don't even want to imagine. I don't even want to imagine what they look like.
One of my favorite quotes of yours is "Salary cap is cap." That's one of my favorite quotes of yours ever because it's cap.
It is cap. It is absolutely cap. I don't even want to imagine this. So we're gonna see because apparently with the draft combine being right now, all the owners and GMs are in the same spot having those conversations. So we're gonna find out real soon where Giannis will be going because I don't think he's staying, man. Do y'all think he's staying in Milwaukee?
Press that refresh button. F5. Refresh.
F5. Brock Lesnar.
Right. Speaking of WWE.
WWE.
I think there's absolutely no way that this happens without Milwaukee can't stay pat. They're done.
Yeah.
They're absolutely. You just explained everything. Damian Lillard's not coming back. Giannis by himself. Brook Lopez is going to be gone. Bobby Portis is going to step up. But legitimately speaking, it's done. So. Yes, I think he's gone. I know he also, to the point being talked about Giannis. Giannis talked about California teams and Texas teams. He doesn't want to pay that tax either.
No state tax. Yeah, which is what Texas, Tennessee, Florida.
There's a team he didn't mention. I'll let it be. That's fine.
I mean, you can put the 2 and 2 together. I mean, that's San Antonio, Houston. It won't be Dallas. So San Antonio, Houston, I mean, it could be Dallas, who knows? San Antonio, Houston, Memphis, Orlando, Miami. No state tax.
We need something.
Hey, he'd be a king in Memphis. It's cheap as hell in this mud. You can get you a nice house in Eads.
King, he'll be an emperor.
Man, for real.
You want the pyramid, Giannis? You can buy the pyramid if you want to. His name and after you. I really see Giannis signed in a Bass Pro Shop.
That's saying a lot for Took to say that. That's saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't want him in Memphis. Don't get it twisted. I don't want this dude in Memphis. No.